So here is a recommendation video for you. I know it's been a while. I really haven't done a straight recommendation video with some shows in quite a while. So I decided, you know what, let me find some shows I've been liking recently, let the people know, and you guys can check them out if you want to. So this one is specifically like kind of like crime, murder type shows, serial killer type shows. I don't know why, but recently I've been in a mood where I've just been wanting to watch TV shows that have serial killers in them. I've been in that mood, murder mystery, a little crime here and there. I don't know why. That's just the mood I've been in recently. So I've been checking out a bunch of shows like that. So here's some of the ones I watched that I enjoyed. There have been others I watched that I didn't love, but these are the ones in this video that I enjoyed, and I hope you guys like them too. So the first one I'm going to talk about is Flower of Evil. So the main two characters, the main guy, he has a dark past, and he has like all these bodies and murders tied to his name and his family's name. And then he ends up marrying a woman who is a cop, detective, and they in her department ends up reopening the case because new evidence has come to light. And so she's working on the case of his family and actually his case from in the past. She has no idea of this past that he has. So he's kind of trying to be one step ahead of her so she doesn't find out everything. It is in Korean, so I just want to let you know, if you like foreign TV shows, definitely check this one out. But it definitely kept me on my toes. You see the struggles between them because, they are a married couple, but then they both are from different sides. Like she's like the law because she's a detective and a cop and working on this, and he working on his case and then figuring out the murders that, her husband was a part of, which she doesn't know about. So yeah, if you are looking for a TV show that has some romance but also has like some murders and, serial killer in it as well, definitely check out this show. And let me just tell you, there were some things that happened I was not expecting, and that's what I love when a TV show does that. So I watched this on Netflix, so definitely go check it out. Highly recommend. Okay, the next show I'm going to talk about is Erased. This is actually an anime I had watched sometime last year. I don't really watch anime, so when I did check this one out, it looks really interesting. So this one, so it's about this guy. He kind of has this special ability, and he can kind of see the future, and he only knows it's the future when it happens again. So it's kind of like deja vu a little bit. So something happens, and then like time resets. It never happens more than like 5 minutes for him. So time resets 5 minutes, and the same thing's about to happen again. But when he knows when he knows it resets, something bad happened before, and he has to try to prevent it from happening. So he's like looking around. He's like, okay, what do I need to see? What's different? What is out of place or seems weird to make sure that I save something. So he's used to this. This has happened, I guess, a while for him. So he knows like, okay, when this resets, I need to save someone. I need to help someone. So something happens, and something really, really bad happens, and then time resets all the way back to when he was in grade school or elementary, because before he was a full-grown adult man, and now he's all the way back to elementary, and that has never happened to him before. So first off, this is weird. He's like, what's going on? What's happening? And it resets all the way back to before some of his classmates had been murdered. So he has to try to save his classmates' lives and figure out who this person that had murdered his classmates when he was younger. So it's definitely really interesting. I really liked it, and interesting concept, but I thought it was a really good show. So if you like anime, or if you even like, this is another serial killer kind of thing, check this show out. And you can watch Erased on Netflix. Okay, next one I'm going to talk about, probably everyone has heard of it, is You. I absolutely Love You. It's just so good in my opinion. Some points just like oh my goodness, this is so crazy, and it's just funny like what's going on. But basically, Joe is crazy. He is a lover, or so he thinks. So when he sees a girl that he really likes, he becomes infatuated with them, and he's like, I need to know everything about them. So what does he do? He stalks them. And I don't mean internet stalking. Like, he straight up, real life, follows them around with his little baseball cap on and stalks these women. So yeah, Joe is crazy, but he's like, I love them. That's why I do it. Whatever his delusion. But it's basically about this guy, and when he finds a woman he loves, he like stalks her, finds everything he likes about her, and he will do anything for this woman, including kill people who he thinks are a threat to her or are bad for her to be around her. He's like, oh, this woman he loves is like so pure and kind. She doesn't need all these toxic people in her life. So yeah, bodies pile up when Joe is around. So most of you have probably already seen this TV show, but if you haven't, definitely go watch it. This one is also on Netflix, and it's great. It has 4 seasons, and the next season, season 5, will be the final season. I suggest definitely give this one a watch. Okay, the next show I'm going to talk about is kind of like 2 different shows, but the same topic, and it's also documentary style, true crime. And this is one with the Murdaughs. So I don't know if you had been following the Murdaugh case this past year, but I was like going down the rabbit hole because I didn't really know about what had happened before until the trial was happening. So I had looked on social media trying to figure out the case and this trial, and then these documentaries started popping up. One on HBO Max and one was on Netflix that I watched. I believe there's also something on Hulu. It might have been something like a 2020 or something like that. I did not watch that one, but that's another option. But these 2 shows I watched on the Murdaugh murders, and it's actually pretty interesting with these, and just kind of like the whole family. And it's crazy how many like bodies and murders have been linked to this family throughout the years. So I think that's what made it even more interesting. There's just so much. Both shows had 3 episodes, so definitely check them out. So if you're into documentary style or like a true crime, I think the Murdaughs you might want to check out. It might be something you're into. Okay, and my last TV show that I will recommend is called Somebody. So this is like a serial killer romance, and it is very dark. So just warning you now, if this is something that's triggering or maybe something you think you couldn't handle, maybe this is a show you might want to stay away from. Somebody follows this kind of like app developer is one of our main characters. She's very intelligent, develops this app, and it's more like a dating app, and it's been very successful. A lot of people have found partners with it, but also in the app there is someone that is using the app to kill people. So go on dates and then murders these women. The killer and the app creator, they are like forming this bond, and like I guess they have some type of connection, and it's kind of creepy, but it's also good television just to see how this relationship develops. Again, if this is something like the romance, and it has like it might have some slight mentions of like sexual violence. So again, if that's something that's triggering, do not watch this show because it is more on the darker level. Definitely don't check this one out. I think out of all of them, this one might be the darkest. Okay, those are the crime, murder / serial killer TV shows I have watched and I enjoyed watching. Again, these shows are not for everyone. For some reason, just happened to was in a mood, and I'm just like, I just want to see this type of show. And these were the shows I watched and enjoyed. So maybe if this is your thing or this is your genre, hopefully you find something you haven't heard about before and you give it a try. And I hope you like it. And I know I don't do recommendation videos too often, but if there's another genre or type of show you would like some recommendations on, let me know and I can see if I have any shows I've watched recently with those. I will link my website down below for you guys. Check out the website. Feel free to check out social media as well. And I hope you have a good rest of your day, week, month and hopefully a good rest of your year. And until next time, bye.